rainy, it's been hard to get that moisture out. And the reason we started back hauling is I wasn't going to check that corn until Friday. But after all that was said and done and we swapped that corn around and stuff, they called and told me to bring it on down there, that they had enough dry corn they could blend it. They said that everybody's first loads out of the bin was like 15, and that's the way it typically always is. Your first load is typically always the wettest because you suck that corn down and that corn dries from the bottom up. So that's the reason it was a little bit wetter. We've gotten 3 loads hauled in so far. This will be the 4th load. We had a 5,000 bushel contract. I haul about, we normally get 900 to 920 bushels a load on this truck. But we left the shop at 10:20. We're going to see how long it takes us to get down here. And I guess I need to slow down because I'm running 65 in a 55. Alright, so when I pull up here, I scan my card at the probe and they probe the load. Then they'll check me for moisture, and they'll check this corn for aflatoxin. If it's got aflatoxin in it, they won't take it. I think it's white corn. I think it's gonna go to use for human consumption. But here's my tag. There's my card. Tell me go pet 1. Now I gotta wait for the green light. Alright, now we're gonna go to pit number 1. Seat down in the low position. That's mainly reserved for Peterbilt drivers, but I guess old Freightliner driver could drive it like it. It beats when this old truck spring ride single axle. When you go up and it comes back down, that air ride seat bottoms out, it hurts. See what this load check. 13.9. 61.6 test weight, damage 0.8, FM 0.8. As soon as we get off the scales, we gotta roll our cart back over.
Look at the boat up in there over there. Yes, that's one way to keep people from stealing it.
Well, we're coming back out. And normally we go up here and get right back on the 4-lane. But the past 2 days, state troopers have been up there doing inspections on the truck. know what they're gonna do. And I ain't gonna say blue wouldn't pass the inspection, but I ain't gonna say it would. So, old blue got a little age on it. So, right there is the road we would normally hop out on. But we're gonna take a little 10-minute detour. Dang it. Should we do some hazard?
Just jump it.
I think we can beat it. If you get to 1,000 subscribers, you will see me take old blue and jump a train with it. I'm just like a politician. I'm full of empty promises. Might as well set the brakes, folks. Oh!
Thirsty and walked.
Y'all ready to see some deer jamming?
Let's see it.
Now we'll do some double punching. I just shift as the need arises. So we're topping the truck off. Robert sits out there and watches for me. Helps me when to move. I use that brake right there, a little hand brake, to let the brakes on and off where I ain't got to be popping them all the time. We set it up where we load out runs uphill, so we start at the back, and I back down the hill as we load it. That way I'm not having to work the clutch all the time. That's hard on the clutch. Moving up a couple of feet, and then so on and so forth, especially if you're trying to pull it uphill. The bin is about to run out of corn. So this next load will come in here and we'll open it up, and I'll probably turn on the fan. That seems to always help blow some more down in that sump. And we'll get all we can out the bottom. We'll get all we can out of the bottom, and then we'll have to move a vac around in front of the bin and start pulling through the door. This is truckload number 5. We got one more full truckload to take off, and then we'll have a piece of a truckload. We'll see how much that piece of a truckload is. It's warming on up today. It's a sunny, pretty day. I ain't entered panic mode yet, but we're getting there. That week of snow and ice that we didn't work, other than taking care of the livestock, really messed us up. Into position next to the door. There's no dust, no scoop, and no broom. It makes life pretty easy cleaning up a bend. The only drawbacks I can think of, super noisy. And you use kind of hard on fuel compared to just running an auger.
Got a clean bin, and she all fit on one truck.
We're taking this grain back to its owner. We're gonna drop it off. I got all the pipes behind me on the trailer. We're gonna drop them off, and we got one load to take off tomorrow, and all the 2020 corn will be gone, other than what is in the feed bin that we grind for the cattle and the hogs. So I'm glad to be done with that. That corn we contracted, that white corn we had it contracted at $4.70, and as much as it pains me to say, it is worth $5.81 right now. $1.10 a bushel more than what I sold it for. It makes you sick. I will have 500 bushels sold at $5.81. That's what I went over my contract, approximately 500 bushel. I will say this, that is the highest corn I have sold in a long time. It's kind of exciting to have some higher grain prices back. If we can have some good yields, we'll have some good yields, we can make a little money this year. The sad part about it is all the fertilizer prices have started going up. I got some chemicals locked in, and got all my seed locked in. But when we start being able to make some money, all these retailers will start going up on their prices. And that ain't necessarily the local retailers that's making that money. It's you, Monsanto. Well, Monsanto ain't in the game no more, I don't guess. Bayer and Syngenta and all them. But that's my that's my rant. I appreciate y'all watching. I guess I should tell you why we grew white corn this year. I grew white corn in 2017 for Bungie. I think that's the first year they had the white corn program, and we done real well on it. it was just a way to make some extra money. I don't think the white corn yields up there with the yellow corn, but the reason I went back to growing white corn this year was when the coronavirus hit, corn got down to $2.94 a bushel here. I don't know if it got down any lower than that, but that's kind of the point. I just kind of quit looking, and me and Robert was talking, and we was like, we have got to find a way to make some money this year, because $2.94 corn just ain't gonna cut it. And Bungie was paying 50 cents over the board, which means you got your Chicago Board of Trade, and they had a 50-cent basis, which means they was paying 50 cents over the board. So it was going to be $2.94 plus 50. You know, when that got us up there close to $3.50 corn. So we grew one farm of it, what we could kind of put in the bin and handle. And that corn yielded alright, you know, but the corn down there in the bottom planted the same day made quite a bit better for it. So there, you know, if the white corn is yielding less, you already going backwards, and then you got the expense of putting it in the bin, taking it out, and so on and so forth. And I got a phone call I have got to catch.